Okay, all right. What the fuck? Hey, hon. Have you seen Friday the 13th Part 4? What the fuck is it? Hon! Where's Part 4? What the fuck?
Hey, dude. Got your movie. You're reviewing this one now, right?
Yeah, actually, I was looking for it, actually. It just wasn't on the shelf or anything like that, but yeah, thank you for that. But, was it necessary to slap my fucking hand like that?
For dramatic effect?
Right. Anywho, thanks for coming back.
Alright, well, let's get the review started.
Let's get that review started, actually. So, thank you for that, and, don't touch my fucking DVDs again, okay? Let's go! Hello everyone, welcome to the Ginger Snaps here. My name is Steven, and today we are going to be doing part 4 of our series reviews, and it's only fitting that we're going to be talking about Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. Once again, I'm joined by Jason Voorhees himself. Thanks again for coming by, Jason, to help me do this review.
Hey, everyone. Well, thanks again, Steven, for having me come back. I'm looking really forward to doing the review for Part 4.
Well, like I said, it's nice to actually see you back here. Friday the 13th Part 4 obviously spawned with the conclusion of Friday the 13th Part 3. And as we all already know, Friday the 13th Part 3, it didn't make box office money, but it did breathe new life into the franchise. Paramount at this time was kind of done with the Friday the 13th franchise, so they decided that the fourth film would eventually be the final film. That's hence the title, The Final Chapter. As we all know, with the lore of the Friday the 13th franchise, that wasn't true. Because obviously, you know, it made money, and we had more sequels after that. So, without further ado, let's start discussing Friday the 13th Part 4, The Final Chapter. The movie begins, obviously, with a nice little fresh recap of the first 3 films. Just like how the third one recapped the first 2, we got this one. And then it leads us to, you know, the title of the film, which does, in the intro, we do get to see, with the opening credits, a Crispin Glover and a Corey Feldman. 2 specific individuals for this movie. This was when they were fresh into their careers. Obviously, they weren't, you know, starting out or whatever. But, I mean, obviously, what a nice little start. I mean, there are one of the most important characters, obviously, or one of the most important actors who, you know, eventually established a career. And essentially, you know, like, you have to thank Friday the 13th, because it really put them on the map in a kind of a way, I guess you could say. But, of course, other than that, we do have also, welcoming back to the series, Tom Savini doing the special effects. This is actually really good, because he did do the special effects in the first film, and for him to come back for the fourth film to do this, it obviously shows they were really serious about the whole killing Jason off in a very particular way.
Oh, Tom Savini. What a legend in the whole entire business, this man. As for Corey Feldman, fuck you, Corey Feldman. I still hold grudges. Let's make that fucking clear.
We then see the police all over the crime scene, which was at the end of Friday the 13th Part 3, where we do see Jason still dead in the barn. One of the police does mention that it's 7 kids and 3 bikers. So I guess the 2 people who got killed in the beginning of the film, who obviously, granted, were carried off, they don't count in the kill count for Jason at all.
Whoa. What do you mean they don't count? I mean, we all saw me kind of kill them, so what do you mean they don't fucking count at all? They are still on my kill count, right?
No. They're still on the kill count, Jason. They still are. Like, we, as the audience, know that you killed them. It's just, the police don't know it. So, trust me, they're still on your kill count, okay? Like, no question about it, they still are.
What a relief. Oh, fuck. I was actually a little bit worried there.
Jason is then taken to the morgue, where we are introduced to Axel, one of the most pervious morgue workers I've ever seen in a horror movie to date. I don't know if there's any more pervier ones out there. Not quite familiar, but all I know is he's definitely is. You know, reading Playboy or a nudie magazine, you know, flirting with the other nurses, fucking even making, fucking necrophiliac jokes. Like, you know, like seeing a dead chick in the operating room or in the morgue saying, like, yeah, still fucking hot, you know. I still tap that. Like, you've been fucking working there way too long, buddy. I mean, obviously. So anyways, he does go back to the morgue room where Jason's body is with countless other bodies, where he proceeds to watch whatever the fuck that video is. From what I can gather, it's a workout video, but on the other hand, it's three girls fucking doing a dance or whatever. Like, I mean, I get it, like, they're in workout attire, but I honestly don't fucking know what that is. Like, do you fucking know what that is?
Hey, don't look at me. I don't know what that was either.
He then makes out with the nurse in the morgue that he was trying to, you know, get it on with. And, you know, they're getting all, like, hot and heavy and whatnot. And then Jason's hand just happens to fall right on her inner thigh, which creeps her the fuck out, pisses him the fuck off. And, you know, she just storms out and leaves. I mean, like, she essentially got cock-blocked in a way, and he also got cock-blocked. But, I mean, you know, like, fuck. He puts him into the little freezer and whatnot, or the ice box, as they are known to say, but he doesn't quite shut the door fully. And then we see that he continues to watch his fucking video, and then Jason comes up right behind him, fucking has a hacksaw and starts sawing away at his head. Then next thing you know, he fucking rips, or, you know, spins his fucking head backwards. I mean, I want to say rips, because, I mean, he's slicing through it and then twists it around. I feel like he essentially decapitated him in a way, so... And then he, you know, goes to the room that girl was also in. He grabs her by the throat, pins her up against the wall, lifts her up, and I guess has a scalpel, and stabs her, and then drags all the way down, you know, essentially gunning her in a way. So, 2 kills right off the bat in the beginning of this film. We then see a mother and a daughter just jogging in the middle of the woods, and we later come to know that this is Mrs. Jarvis and Trish, who also, we then get introduced to Tommy Jarvis, one of the most significantly important characters in the Friday the 13th franchise. Hey Jason, you remember him, don't you?
Tommy fucking Jarvis. I'll always remember that name. My arch nemesis. That is for sure.
Oh, I 100% agree. He is kind of like the, he's kind of like the Van Helsing to your Dracula, or the Dr. Loomis to your Michael Myers, or hell, even the Batman to your Joker.
The Nancy to my Freddy, right?
Yeah, sure. Yep, yeah, that too. Totally, yeah, that too. Mrs. Jarvis then mentions to Tommy that the house next door to them is being rented by some kids. And that is where we are introduced to the teens of the movie, or shall we say the body count of this film. We see Paul, the athletic kind of guy, Doug, the romantic kind of guy, Sam, which is Paul's kind of slutty, jealous girlfriend, Sarah, the virgin, Jimmy, the prep, and also Ted, or Teddy, the asshole. So, yeah, we got our stereotypes on that one for sure. At the back of the vehicle, Ted and Jimmy are having a discussion about some girl named BJ Betty. Fuck, I wonder what she's famous for. And I guess he kind of, like, he screwed something up between her and whatnot. And, Ted just types away at his fucking imaginary computer there. And essentially calls him a dead fuck. A lousy lay. Or, sucks at sex. Or sucks in bed. Sure, let's go with that. While in the midst of their driving through the woods, they do come to a stop to kind of look at the map to see, if they're not lost or anything. And right beside them is Mrs. Voorhees' tombstone. Jason, why does your mom have a tombstone in the middle of fucking nowhere?
Because I put it there. I mean, how else can I warn them?
If that's the case, why didn't we see that in part 2? Or fuck, even in part 3?
I don't know.
They proceed to continue driving, and of course, they meet up with a hitchhiker who is going to Canada. Good choice, lady. I kind of want to say she's mute. Because she doesn't really say any fucking words, but I mean, like, at the same time, which I'll get to, she does kind of scream a little bit. She holds up a sign Canada and love, and then they kind of drive right past her. Ted makes a sly fucking asshole remark, and then she flips the sign over saying, "Fuck you." She then proceeds to sit down and eat her banana, where then we see Jason sneaking up behind her, and he grabs her by the head and sticks a knife through her throat, where then we see blood and banana coming out of her mouth, and that's what I mean, we see her, or hear her scream. And essentially, it's kind of a whatever kill. It's a random kill for sure. Because it really does get you in the mindset that, okay, I thought he only killed people at Camp Crystal Lake because they were evading his turf. Or trying to get revenge on the kids who killed his mom. Now he's just killing random fucking people for no reason. So, don't know what to fucking tell you on that one for sure. We then cut to see Mrs. Jarvis and Trish sitting on the couch just relaxing and whatnot. And Mrs. Jarvis is reading a newspaper article, which the headline says, "Mass Murderer's Body Missing." Okay. I'll bite. So Jason, it's not that I want to know how your body just went missing. What I want to fucking know is how you happen to leave the hospital, walk maybe down the highway or the streets or whatever, and get to the woods. How did you manage to do that without being fucking seen?
Oh, my disappearing trick. I'd tell you my secret, but I'd have to kill you right after.
Lazy writing?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Next we see Tommy sleeping, and he ends up waking up eventually to see Sam stripping in the window across to the other house. I feel like every kid, every little boy, has seen this at some point in their lives. I mean, like, you just look out the window, you see a naked chick. I mean, I've done it before. I've seen it before. I know what he's going through. So he's, like, flipping the fuck out and whatnot. He's going nuts. Because, like, this is essentially, adulthood that you never get shown. You never are able to see. And then all of a sudden his mom just comes right in. Before she even fully opens the fucking door, he just falls flat and just pretends to sleep. And I'm like, yeah, that's definitely happened before. I mean, I have to admit, that has happened before in my lifetime. And, she tucks him in, looks over, and then, sees that, they're getting naked in the fucking house next door, and the window's wide open. So she just closes the blinds, shuts that shit off for now. And, I mean, like, To me personally, it's pretty much like when I would watch this very same series, my mom would be sitting right beside me as a kid. And every single time a scene was coming up, where it was either sex or boobs, she would always block my eyes, you know? And fuck, it was one of those things where, like, you know, as a kid, you were just kind of like, come on, I just want to see, you know? What can you do? We then see the teens going on a hike to the lake where, you know, Ted and Jimmy are, you know, talking some shit and whatnot. He feels really, you know, regretful that he hasn't, like, treated BJ Betty right or whatnot. But eventually, that all gets shot to shit as soon as Tina and Terry show up. The twins. And they're just biking along the ride, and, you know, the kids are, you know, obviously going to be like, hey, maybe you should come on over and whatnot. Where Ted and Jimmy are like, oh, twins. Interesting. And, of course, yeah, fuck, whatever. They pretty much invite them to the lake with them as well. Sarah then hikes back to get the car so that, you know, they're not stranded walking back uphill. And we then hear ominous music playing. And obviously this is always a sign that Jason's around, but it leads to nothing. There is no kill here. This is very popular in the Friday the 13th franchise, especially with the first 2 sequels, where ominous music plays for no fucking reason. I don't know why they do that, but they just do that. Anyways, the kids then go to the camp, or to the lake, and start swimming, and then eventually decide to skinny dip. Meanwhile, Tommy and Trish are driving around, and they get to a spot where their dog fucking happens to jump out the window. Tommy has to go and retrieve him, and he finally catches up with the dog, Gordon, I want to say. Gordon the dog. And sure enough, he sees the teens all fucking skinny dipping, and of course, like again, he is then told to turn around by Trish, because she catches up to him eventually, and says, no, just turn around, because, you know, he's still fucking young. Again, my mom. Boobs would come on the screen. Ah, Steven. And I'm like, oh, Mom. You know? Simple shit like that. Then, of course, you know, they try to invite Trish in, but she's like, no, not happening. On their way back, their car ends up breaking down. And Tommy is trying to kickstart it again. Now, we then see Jason's feet, or his legs, but it turns out it's not even Jason at all. It happens to be this hitchhiker who's wearing different colored pants, different types of pants, and different fucking boots. So, why give us that false fucking assumption that Jason's gonna kill these two? I don't know. Anywho, so, it's this hiker named Rob. So, he ends up helping them kickstart the car and whatnot, get it going. But he kind of asks a lot of weird questions, like, you know, hey, there kids here, you know, like some teenagers camping around, like anywhere close by, or he's kind of suspicious, you know. He kind of acts way too off, and then all of a sudden at the same time asking weird fucking questions. So it's then determined he is looking for someone or something. That is for damn sure. But before they can even do that, you know, Tommy decides to bring him into his room, where we then see him show off his mask collection. And I have to fucking say, what an impressive collection. I can just tell Tom Savini had to sit there and say something like, hey, I want this kid to have expertise in making masks. I don't know if that's true, but Tommy, interest in making masks and special effects? Tom Savini is doing this movie? I'm just going to say that's not a coincidence whatsoever. Jimmy then asks one of the twins if she would like to dance. And that is where we get the famous Crispin Glover dance scene from Friday the 13th Part 4. Okay, so this is like fucking one of those scenes which is like so memorable, but so hilarious at the same time. It's fucking ridiculous. She is dancing like, you know, like how she expects to dance, you know, like just grooving and whatnot, and he's just fucking going balls to the wall, fucking just nuts. It's fucking hilarious, actually. Like, apparently the rumor was he was rocking out to AC/DC, but it's not obviously AC/DC in the movie. So then, of course, that gets changed right off the bat. He's like, hey, why'd you turn that off? Like, dude, have you seen yourself fucking dancing? Fuck. It's a memorable fucking scene. I'll give it that. Fuck, Crispin Glover, you're a legend, man. Anywho, they put on another song, another record to dance to, and then they all start dancing. They're all having a nice little romantic time. They're all dancing.
Oh my fucking god! This is Friday the 13th, okay? Where the fuck are all the fucking kills? Get to the fucking killing already!
Jason! Okay, fuck. Like, we're getting there, okay? The kills are coming. Just fucking be patient, for fuck's sakes, okay? Trish then walks Rob out to wherever he's gonna go. Obviously he's gonna find a campsite. He's got like a big bag full of camping gear, obviously. So she's walking them out, and, they're all having a nice little chit-chat after the little visit. And then, he kind of leans in and gives her a nice little kiss on the cheek. Very cutesy stuff. And, you see Trish, obviously blush and smile and whatnot. But, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, well, you never get to see that, obviously. But it's Friday the 13th, so what do you expect from that, obviously? Then we cut to where Jimmy is in the kitchen, and Ted walks in where he's got his fucking hand tucked in between his zipper, and he's like, stop being a dead fuck, and whatnot, and, like, he's just fucking with him the whole entire fucking time, just giving him a hard time. And that's when the party begins. They're all shotgunning bears and whatnot, and they are fucking just having just a party. Which then, they're all having fun. They're all mainly watching the twins drink, but then one of the twins, I don't know who, they look alike, fucking leave me alone, then kind of celebrates with Paul, which makes Sam visually fucking jealous. And then, she cares for a dance. Like he asks, like, you're the winner. She's like, well, what does the winner get? What does the winner want? How about a dance? And she's like, you don't mind, do you? And she's like, you can tell she's really pissed and she's really jealous and whatnot at this rate. And at this moment, that's when you realize when they're dancing, after Sam has left, that she kind of looks over all, bitchy-like at Ted. So she not only made Sam jealous, but also at the same time, she is only dancing with Paul to make Ted jealous.
Oh, high school drama.
Last time I checked, you didn't even make it to high school. Fuck, you didn't even make it to junior high.
Yeah, well, when you keep killing the same teenagers who look like they're oddly in their 20s and fit the very simple high school stereotypes, yeah, I'm pretty glad I didn't fucking make it to high school.
Yeah. Actually, no, that's actually pretty fair. I'll give you that one on that one, yeah. That's a fair analogy. We then see Sam and find out where she's going. She's actually going for a swim. Skinny dipping, I don't fucking know why. I mean, at night, where the water's really fucking cold, I don't get it. It's Friday the 13th, I don't give a fuck. Anywho, she swims to this little lifeboat that's just in the middle of the fucking lake. I don't fucking know. So she gets on it and then, just lays in there. She keeps thinking she hears Paul, and like, screw you, Paul. And that's where we see Jason come right out of the fucking water and stabs her through the lifeboat and through her torso and obviously through her back. There is a nice little, scary situation with this behind the scenes. The actress who actually played Sam, she was wearing a prosthetic body, obviously, and her whole body from her head to her arms was, on the boat. But the rest of her body was underwater, and the water was so fucking cold that she started to turn blue. She started to develop hypothermia, and she was sick. She was chattering and whatnot, and Ted White, the actor who was playing Jason in this, saw this. And he looked at the director, I believe it was the director, and said, hey, she's getting cold. Like, can we pull her out of there? And then they fucking looked at him and said, no, she needs to stay in there. And it's like, well, no, look at her. She's cold. Like, fucking pull her out. How about you focus on your job and let me do my job? That's what the director said. So that's where Ted White ends up looking at him and says, if you don't pull her out of there, I'm out of here. I'm walking. So, needless to say, they pulled her out, obviously, because, you know, he's a star who's a famous stuntman, and you essentially are going to let him walk because he's trying to protect one of his coworkers? Yeah, no, trust me, they got her the fuck out of there because they had no time to find another fucking actor. So Ted White, props to you, man, obviously, because you knew what you're doing, you're very professional about it, and I get it, he's trying to get his job done too. But at the same time, her health was at stake here, and you decided to step in and stand up for her, so good on you on that one.
Yeah, that's right. You don't fuck with Ted White. I mean, I would have just killed him with that kind of a comment, but that's besides the point.
Back at the house, one of the twins decides she's gonna go upstairs with Jimmy. Like, Jimmy's probably gonna get fucking laid. Let's put that dead fuck to test, right? Well, on the other hand, Ted is trying to get with the other twin and is constantly getting fucking rejected. He has no hope at this rate. We then see Paul make it to the lake and catch up with Sam, and he, gets in. Obviously not naked, he's wearing his shorts about fucking time. So then eventually he gets to the lifeboat and sees her dead. Starts panicking, swims away, gets to a dock where Jason was hiding under, I would assume, and has a spear gun and jabs it right into his pelvic area and then shoots it. That's what essentially kills him. He screams and whatnot, but that scream is heard by Rob, who is in his tent camping out in the middle of the fucking woods, pulls out his machete, and essentially is like wondering, what the fuck was that? He walks far distance and then hears a big snap, where he turns around and then sees Jason at his tent. How close was he to the lake? And better yet, how did Jason know he was there? I mean, yeah, I get it, he's got a fire and everything, but I mean, like, the timing? Holy fuck. Teleportation, I must have to say. Rob then gets to the tent and notices Jason's not there. But what he does find is his map and his rifle ripped to shreds. So now all he has is his machete. He knows he's dealing with something fucking serious right now. We then see Ted. He finds a projector reel of film, and he wants to check it out. He's looking at it. He's like, hey guys, come check this out. And I want to say it's like a striptease video from the 1920s, it's the silent era, that's for sure. It's got no fucking sound to it. And, he's smoking his joint and whatnot, and they're all the rest of the gang is kind of watching it. But I have to bring this up, because in the documentary for His Name Was Jason, kick-ass documentary, I have to say, the actor who played Ted realized his character is always stoned. So he figured, maybe I should actually be stoned for this movie. So he got fucking ripped high, and what apparently was a paranoid fucking stoner. So he advised everybody, don't get stoned on a fucking movie. I guess Seth Rogen never got that memo. So, there's that too.
Oh, you know what happens to stoners in my movies, right?
Well, you don't play Monopoly with them, so yeah, I kind of fucking know, Jason. Terry then walks up to Tina while she's in the room, and knocks on the door and pretty much says, like, hey, we gotta get going. And Tina doesn't want to go. She's having a great time with Jimmy. And so she just, says fuck it, whatever, and then goes out in the rain. She notices something's wrong with the bikes. I want to say Jason flattened the tires. And then we kind of zoom in on the house where lightning is going off, that's raining and whatnot. And then we see Jason is behind her by his, his silhouette, his shadow, and stabs her with a spear from behind, and then shoves her to the house where you see the extent of it. How that spear did not get through the house, through the wall, and none of those kids fucking realized it, I don't fucking know. But now it's like, okay, the kills are coming now. The kills are coming. Sarah then decides she looks over at Doug and, is pretty much like, essentially is like, I want to fuck. I want to lose my virginity. Bitch, you're in a Friday the 13th fucking movie. That is what's saving you, okay? That is what's fucking saving you. You're gonna just fucking sin this right now and just be like, okay, yeah, alright, so, cool. Can't wait to see you fucking die. Meanwhile, Mrs. Jarvis is coming back from her jog in the middle of the fucking night, in the rain, whatever. I guess she wanted to really go home. To no power, obviously. She's trying to look for Trish and Tommy, but she can't find them. She then proceeds to go back outside to, I guess, check the breaker, or also maybe see if they're on their way back. And then she looks off into the distance, like right next to her, and you see this shock of fear on her face. It then does cut to Tommy and Trish, coming back to the house. But it is obviously believed that she saw Jason. But we don't ever see her see Jason. And we don't actually ever find her body. Throughout the whole series, you never see her body at all. So, some people say that, she's not dead. But at the same time, she's never brought back throughout the remainder of the series. So yeah, she's fucking dead. It's an off-screen kill, and you don't even fucking know what happened to her. All you know is that Jason definitely got to her. Now, back to Tommy and Trish. They get to the house and find out the power is off and find out their mom is not there. So, Trish is kind of getting a little concerned. So then she decides she's going to go and find Rob. And she ends up getting to his tent. And then, tries to dry off because it's still fucking raining. Meanwhile, Rob thinks it's Jason coming back to his tent. Slashes at the goddamn tent, makes a hole, and then comes around the front to see it's Trish. Essentially, he just ends up like, what the fuck are you doing here? And she's like, what are you trying to do? Trying to kill me? So, now he has some explaining to do. Some serious explaining to do. Jimmy and Tina are now done fucking, and that's where he decides it's the best fucking time to ask her, hey, was that a dead fuck? She obviously pretty much says no, and he's just all fucking kinds of happy and whatnot. So he decides he's going to go downstairs and show Ted her panties, pretty much as like a badge of fucking honor. And then he's going to go celebrate, because, he got laid. And he's not a dead fuck. All the reason to fucking celebrate, right? Goes into the kitchen. But he has one simple fucking problem. He can't find that fucking corkscrew. Which then leads to his death. Jason, looking for that fucking corkscrew? Here you go, bam! Right through his fucking hand. I like how he doesn't fucking scream at all. I guess he's in a panic or whatever, in shock. But yeah, he tries to then leave, I guess you could say. He just turns around after his hand's just been impaled. And gets a fucking cleaver to the face. He's fucking dead. Just like that. While that was happening, Tina was upstairs getting changed, and she goes, looks outside, and sees that both their bikes, hers and Terry's, bikes are still there. Which is funny because she could have sworn that Terry had left. So she's kind of a little concerned of, well, is she still here? And in the midst of that, Jason comes out of the fucking window from the outside, breaks through, grabs her, and then pulls her right out the fucking window, and throws her, which then causes her to land on a fucking car, which fucking kills her. I know a lot of people say, well, yeah, of course it's going to kill her, but I'm sorry. She landed on the top of a car. Yeah, she dented it and blew the fucking windows out. But that shouldn't fucking kill you, especially from a house 6 feet up? 8 feet up? That's not going to fucking kill you. Anywho, yeah, she fucking dies. Rob then explains to Trish in the tent why he's actually there. Turns out, he's the brother of Sandra, the girl who got impaled with her boyfriend on the bed in Friday the 13th Part 2. Now, he's looking for her, but also at the same time, looking for Jason Voorhees. He does explain that, his body didn't just go missing from the morgue. And she's like, well, then it's stolen. It's like, no, his body was never stolen. 2 nurses also fucking went missing. Coincidence? I'm sorry. Now I'm more fucking confused. They went missing. So Jason mopped up their blood, I guess? I don't fucking know. Anywho, so that's when they make the realization that, oh shit, Tommy's at the house. So they have to now rush all the way there to make sure Tommy is okay. Back at the other house, Sarah and Doug are now, having sex in the goddamn shower. I mean, yeah, because she's a virgin and all. Well, not anymore. She's not a virgin anymore.
Fucking whore.
Oh, give it a rest. We then see Ted still enjoying himself, high as a kite, and fucking watching that damn fucking silent era striptease video. Eventually, he walks up because he's fucking just bored. Hey, you want to give a little tape Eric kiss? And then the projector just kind of stops. So now he's kind of blinded by that fucking light, and he thinks it's Jim fucking with him this time. Like, hey, Jimmy, what you doing, buddy? That's where Jason pulls a knife from behind the fucking projector screen and stabs him right through that to his head, killing Ted in the fucking process. Sarah then leaves Doug in the shower alone, where, they have a nice little exchange where he's like, I think I'm in heaven. I think I'm in love. Just sappy shit like that. And then, of course, he's just showering, singing along and whatnot, and then the lights go out, and he thinks it's one of his friends fucking with him, which is weird because, for some odd reason, all the guys in this movie think someone is fucking with them. I don't understand why, but whatever. So he's, pulling some fucking weird shit, like, oh, drop a bar of soap. And that's where Jason crashes through the shower door. Now, he has his face, like he's covering his mouth, but pressed up against the wall of the shower. And he proceeds to then crush his head against the wall with his hand, too. A lot of head crunches in this series, and this is probably, number 2 now. Decent fucking kill, and now the kills are just coming.
About fucking time!
Sarah then comes back to find Doug dead in the shower. His head is hanging over the broken area of the shower door, and she proceeds to scream. She's running down the stairs in just her fucking towel, and she's screaming hysterically. She's trying to open the front door to leave, obviously, but for some odd reason it's locked. And then we see a part of the door break from behind her. We see the door kind of breaks. And then the next shot you see is her with an axe through her chest. So, kill number 12. But I find it hard to believe. Like, okay, so wait, Jason threw the axe from the outside of the house right into her? Sorry, I find that hard to fucking believe, actually.
Whoa. How is that hard to believe? I knew she would be there. The exact same spot I actually knew she would be. That's actually believable.
Oh, I love how you have an explanation for that. Well, here, how about this? How about you give me an explanation for how you look different in parts 2, 3, and 4, which take place on a 3-day basis?
Continuity error? I mean, wait, hold on a second. What do you mean a 3-day period?
Friday the 13th part 2, 3, and 4 take place on the same weekend.
Yeah, but I mean, parts 2, 3, and 4 are called Friday the 13th. That should mean that they take place on separate Friday the 13th, right?
Yes, but according to your fucked up timeline, Friday the 13th part 2 takes place on Friday the 13th. Then you get the machete through your collar, and then you wander around killing the 2 shop owners that night. Then we meet the kids that go to the cabin on Saturday the 14th. You then get the axe to your head. You then get carried to the morgue, where you are pronounced dead, and then break out that night. And then we meet the Jarvis family and the kids on Sunday the 15th. Not to mention, on part 2, you had long scraggly hair with a beard. Part 3, you have now gone bald, gotten taller and bulkier, and your face looks much fucking different than before. Then, within that same fucking night, after being dead for, I guess, 3 fucking hours, you grew out black, long-ass nails, your skin got darker, you now have the axe wound in your head, and what we will later see in this movie is your face looks a lot more fucking different. So please explain that to me.
Huh. Okay, well, I got nothing for that one.
Didn't fucking think so! Rob and Trish do make it to Tommy just in time, and they're trying to check the phone lines to call for help. Jason, we then see outside ripping the phone box right off, so killing the line completely. Trish and Rob then go to the next house to pretty much see if anyone's there, or see if their phone is working. They do notice the door with the hole in it, but they don't see Sarah's body. So Jason, I guess, just decided to move her fucking body. Don't know why. Rob then proceeds to go to the basement to check the power and possibly see if there's anyone even down there in the first place. We then see Gordon, the dog, go upstairs, and we hear him yelp, and then that's when we see probably the most random fucking thing that happened in the series, especially with this film. We see Gordon go through the window, and it's presumed this dog is dead. Now, from the looks of the dog, it's probably perceived as Jason grabbed the dog and threw it out the window. But what we see, the audience sees, is the dog jump to the window, break through, and go all the way down. Like, he jumped. For every Friday the 13th kill count I've ever fucking seen, that dog is never really put in there, and some actually put him in there. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna just say no. That dog is not fucking dead by Jason's hand. No way. That dog literally looks like it just jumped out the fucking window. Probably got scared. I would have to assume that too. But it's just one of those fucking weird scenes. And this leads Trish to go upstairs and investigate, where she does find some of the dead bodies. Specifically, Doug's hanging in the bathroom, where he's not in the same spot anymore. He is now pinned up against the wall. Trish then runs downstairs to the basement and tries to get Rob out of there at the same time. They are proceeding up the stairs, and then he crashes through one of the steps, but then dropped, I guess, his machete or something. He dropped something, and then he proceeds to go back and get it, where Jason is down there the whole damn time, which, like I said, makes no fucking sense. Because if he is believed to have killed Gordon, the dog, how the fuck did he get to the basement that fucking quick? Don't fucking know. Anywho, that's where he proceeds to kill Rob. And if he doesn't fucking make it so obvious, Rob even shouts it. He's killing me! Like, no shit, he's killing you, fucking idiot. Like, okay, the actor who plays Rob, look, you were doing such a phenomenal job until that. You did not need to announce that he's killing you. We, the audience, can fucking see it. Okay? She then panics and then is getting up the fucking stairs, and then she goes down the fucking stairs. What are you doing? I guess you wanted to try and see if he's alive? Remember, he fucking straight up tells you, he's killing me. He's fucking dead. Anywho, Jason reaches up from the steps to grab her ankle, and she's slashing away at it with his machete, and she gets the fuck out of there. But before she does, she runs into, I want to say one of the twins' bodies. I want to say it's Tina or Terry, one of them. Right at the front door, she then proceeds to get the fuck out of there through the back door, where we see Jimmy hanging up outside of the back door with hands just sitting there on each wall. She crashes through the fucking window of the kitchen and gets the fuck out of there. Whereas Jason, he is, like, determined to get her, and then fucking pulls Jimmy's body right down. And, you know, rips the whole fucking hands out and whatnot. And this is where we finally get the chase between Tommy, Trish, and Jason. Trish then makes it to the house in time and gets Tommy to board up the windows and all the doors. And at that time, Jason throws Rob's body through one of the windows while crashing through another window, grabbing Tommy in the process. Trish then uses the hammer and starts hitting Jason in the head repeatedly. Again, Ted White, you're a fucking trooper. He asked her to do this. Like, just fucking hit me like I'm literally Jason going after you. Awesome shit, man. Like, you're a fucking trooper. She then stabs him in the shoulder with the hook end of the hammer and causes Jason to release Tommy. They proceed to walk or run to the stairs, where Jason crashes right through the front door. Great boarding up skills, you guys. Great boarding up skills. And throws the hammer right back at her, hits the wall right beside her, and that is where they finally get a pursuit of Jason chasing Tommy and Trish up the stairs, where then Trish and Tommy go into the bedroom. It's Tommy's room, and shuts the door, locks it, and then boards it up with a shelf. They're waiting patiently now to see if he's going to find them or if he just fucking flat out leaves. Wrong go, because he starts chopping down the fucking door, and he's breaking through it. Trish then grabs a TV. Again, Ted, you're a fucking trooper. And as soon as he's going through the door and trying to move the fucking shelf out of the way, she slams the fucking TV right on his fucking head. Still plugged in, I guess. There's electrical wiring going on, which knocks Jason out completely. As they are proceeding to try and sneak away from Jason, knocked out body, he wakes up with the axe still in his fucking hand, swings it towards Trish, but she happens to move out of the way just in time for the axe to go right into the wall. He gets up while Trish is darting towards the stairs. Tommy then calls for her while he's still in the room, and now Jason is trying to make the decision. Should I kill him? Or should I kill her?
Well, I had to make a choice. I mean, it was either go for the kid or go for the girl. And after she hit me with that TV, that bitch was gonna get it.
Fair analogy, actually, I would have to say on that one. So yeah, obviously he picks Trish and then chases her down the stairs, where she then runs to the other house. Again, you just escaped from there and then you go the fuck back? Anywho, then he chases her up the stairs, where there's way too many times they stop, proceed to chase, stop, proceed to chase, but then all of a sudden she just flat out jumps out the fucking window from the top. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking criticize you, okay? If you're being chased by a serial killer and you have no other fucking options, and do I go in this room, do I go in that room, it doesn't fucking matter. You're gonna see a window, you're gonna fucking jump. At least logically, it's not that high from the ground, so I could just jump, maybe I'll be fine. Stamina kicks in, whatever. She kind of gets knocked out, whatever, but then she slowly gets up and proceeds to walk out of the house. While at the other house, Tommy is shaving his head. And he is trying to look like he's got a newspaper clipping of Jason on the mirror, and he's shaving his head. So I guess he's trying to look like Jason at this rate. Trish then gets to the house, realizes Tommy is still there. And, she's even stressed out too. You were supposed to fucking leave, Swings the machete right at Jason because she knows he's right behind her. And then she's now swinging the machete around, left, right, and center. And then finally gets the machete right in between his damn hands. From his middle finger and ring finger. And just, gets out of there. And, he's looking at Tommy Savini. Let me tell you right now. Tom Savini, you are fucking a master when it comes to the goddamn special effects. Anywho, he then proceeds to chase after her a little bit more, and she swings and hits him in the pec with the machete. He smashes the fucking light, and then grabs her by the throat and shoves her right down to the ground. Where then he is getting just kicked and slapped and hit. Again, I can't stress this enough. Ted, I get it, you're a stuntman. But you're a fucking trooper. You don't have to go through this stuff, man. But I get it. He wanted a genuine reaction. You know what? We got a genuine reaction. Where then Tommy then comes downstairs and shaved head, a little bit of chunks here, there. And Jason turns around and is approaching Tommy because of it. So I don't understand this very much. Why are you so easily distracted every single fucking time someone calls your name or even gets your attention? You are easily distracted.
Hey, sometimes I'm easily distracted. That's not always a bad thing,
But you had her on the ground. You could have just fucking killed her.
I know. I mean, I thought he was calling me for, I don't know, show me another mask to wear? I don't really know. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I was pretty fucking stupid for that one. God damn it.
Well, I hope it was fucking worth it. Because next thing you know, Trish grabs the machete And Jason can hear her walking up right behind her, turns around, and that's where she slashes the machete right at his face, knocking his mask off. That's where we finally see his grotesque face for the third time, looking different, like I fucking said. And then he proceeds to dart right after her, walking very slowly. She is horrified at the look of his face. That's when Tommy grabs the machete. Jason again fucking hears someone behind him, turns around, and that's where Tommy fucking takes the machete and swings it right into his fucking head. Like the figurine here, where it goes right into his fucking eye, right inside the head. And, I mean, that's like a kill shot right off the bat. But not only that, no, that's not it. He fucking drops to his knees, falls forward, the machete is then hit onto the ground, and he slides down that fucking blade. If that is a good way to kill any fucking slasher villain, yeah, I'll agree. I will accept that. That's a fucking fitting kill to Jason himself.
Well, that was a little bit excessive, don't you think? I mean, like, you know, these do hurt, you know? I mean, yeah, I'm stabbing people with them, but, like, yeah, like, I get it now. I get it. It's just, that was a bit much.
Tommy and Trish then embrace each other, they hug, and Tommy looks over at the ground where we, the audience, also had seen previously. Jason's finger starts twitching. He pushes Trish out of the way and starts chopping at him. You know, screaming, "Die! Die!" And, like Trish is horrified at this rate. Like, we then see Trish at the hospital where the doctors are even explaining to her that, you know, he probably just snapped. He probably just decided, like, it was kill or be killed at that rate. Because he probably believed he still wasn't dead, so I'm going to fucking kill him. Very traumatic for a kid his age to go through something like that and make a decision like that. So he's obviously going to get some treatment. She does ask the doctors if she could see Tommy. He comes into the room, still with a shaved head. And, you know, they embrace, where we then see Tommy's face. And he looks very seriously at the camera, possibly hinting that he will become the next Jason. The movie then ends, and that was Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. Overall, for all the Friday the 13th, especially for the first 4, this was the one that I actually more enjoyed. I mean, the characters are a little goofy and ditzy and whatnot, but they actually do add a family that's in there who you actually care about. You actually root for these characters to live. Jason does some of his finest work in this movie, for sure. He looks good. He's played by a very talented stuntman. The kills are top-notch, with, you know, especially with Tom Savini doing the special effects for it again. And having a kill like Jason's, you know, be his death in this franchise, it's very fitting. For my ranking for this movie, it's definitely an 8.5. It is in my top 5. It's definitely my number 2 for sure. But yeah, that was it. Jason, thanks again for joining me on doing this review. It's been a blast. And, you know, I just can't thank you enough for being here for the 4th film to do the review on.
Hey man, I'm actually glad I actually did this one with you. From the sounds of it, you really enjoyed yourself with this film. It sounds like you really liked it.
Oh, I did. Jason, I'm gonna have to tell you, man. Solid film. This was a really good one. Like I said, it's got me number 2 on my list. And, you know, you did a very good job on this one, for sure. Props to you, man.
Ah, well, you're welcome, buddy. Anywho, let me know when you're doing the next one. Right now, I gotta actually get going because Michael did ask me to come over and help him with his Halloween decorations. After all, we are in October right now.
Oh, you bet your ass it's October. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and slash your way to the subscribe button if you want to watch more of my videos. I do a lot more than just horror movies, but at this rate, with October, it's horror movie month for me. Sitting down watching horror movies is what I love to do. Anyways, that's it for me. This has been the Ginger Snaps here. My name is Steven, and I will catch you next time.
I had to make a choice. It was either going to be the boy or it was going to be her. Well, after she hit me with that fucking TV, I knew it was gonna be... Oh no, it's a Jason attacking me. Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
No, wait. Go in front of it and say hi. Okay. Hey, can you put my Jason back over there? Can you put my Jason back over there?